If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. A$AP Rocky's new album, All Smiles, might be coming sooner than you think. Today we're going to break down why, and we're going to go over all the recent evidence that we've got for this album, because there's quite a bit. Even though it didn't become public that much, there's a lot that happened that we gotta uncover and kind of reveal. So let's jump straight into this. So Rocky last dropped in 2018 with Testing, which is his most experimental album, very ambivalent how people perceived it. But this new album, presumably titled All Smiles, has been in the making for a very long time and is somewhat of a holy grail among Rocky fans. And me myself, I've been wondering about All Smiles for a very long time, and I'm happy that we finally got, some stuff that I have right in front of me that is hinting at the release of this thing. Let's start with the chronological order of this, which starts in May of this year, May 5th to be exact, which was the day that DMB dropped. That's my bitch. His, love ghetto tale for Rihanna. You might remember the song, the video for it, which was insane. The visuals are on it's another universe. So if you haven't yet, make sure to go watch that video. But that was our first hint. And even back then, I dropped videos talking about, is this the rollout for All Smiles? And as it turns out, it might have actually been a part of it. Fast forward to September, which is not that long ago, only 1.5 months. We have Rolling Loud New York, which Rocky obviously performed at. And there was something very, very interesting about that Rolling Loud performance. Because before he went on stage, it was announced that this show was going to be the last show until his new album drops. This was on the poster where he was announced for Rolling Loud. It said the last show before the new album. So that was in September. So apparently that was the last show before the album dropped. Obviously now the album could drop next year and he just doesn't do a show until then. But here's also where it gets very interesting, because he is going live with Amazon Music on their, live with and then an artist title series that they do next week, next Thursday on December 8th. And when you head over to the official Amazon Prime website, it has a little detail, text that they write about it. It says, platinum selling artist A$AP Rocky takes the Amazon Music live stage to perform hit tracks and maybe a few surprises. Catch it all with host 2 Chainz on Prime Video, da-da-da-da-da. But this is interesting because it says he's about to perform his hit tracks, obviously, but then also a few surprises, which is always there if the artist has something to announce or unreleased music to play, which is likely what's gonna happen. So that's the first part of it. But it goes way deeper. There are so many things we gotta still talk about. For example, he just released a new song today, on Friday, December 2nd. It's called Shittin' Me. It's out on all streaming platforms. I actually think it's pretty good. It's not a crazy song that I'm gonna have this on replay. It's that typical Rocky style, but it's also interesting that the cover for that song, so the cover for Shittin' Me, is the same style, that same comic book style that also the cover for DMB was. And so there's a direct, connection between the two, which might hint at them both being on All Smiles, which is very likely also the case. But here we first get the same style cover art as he did for DMB. So DMB was already the start of the rollout for All Smiles. Also, what's interesting is that he completely cleared his Instagram up until about a week ago when he first started posting it, or only a couple of days ago actually. For example, he also confirmed on Instagram that the music video for Shittin' Me is dropping on Monday, so in 3 days. So he's definitely trying to push both of these singles. So DMB already got a video, and now we're also getting a video. The preview is looking pretty cool already. If we haven't seen it, make sure to go check it out on his Instagram profile, but it's also getting a video, so he actually wants this to be pretty big. Another thing that he just announced on his Instagram is a new fashion collaboration, in this case with, and I'm probably completely butchering the name, but Guffram, which is an Italian brand apparently. I didn't know about them, but he's doing a collab with them, so he's getting active there again. He has these collaborations from time to time, but we have a new one on the horizon. And also, he just partnered with Need for Speed and is in their new game that apparently also dropped today or yesterday. I'm really not sure about it. I just saw, his Instagram post that said like, my new song Shit Me and NFS is out now. So apparently it's out. It's really funny. He has a car horn honk sound in that game. If you just look it up on YouTube, you'll probably find that it's on Instagram also. It's really funny because it's just him saying beep. And it's just really funny if you like spam the sound. So that's basically all we got. That is the evidence. But here's what it leaves us with. He is going to perform at the Amazon Music Live event next Thursday, and it says that he has a couple of surprises there. Now, considering that he said that Rolling Loud back at the end of September was his last performance, last show before the new album drops. Let's say this Amazon Music Live, and I know he probably doesn't count it as a show, but let's say it actually counts as a show. There is a possibility. I don't want to put this out there just because of no evidence, because we actually do have some evidence. Maybe there'll be a surprise drop that night. Maybe he'll announce something at that event that is then dropping on December 9th, which is the Friday, which would then make it true that Rolling Loud was his last performance before the album dropped, and he's announcing it with the next performance. That is only a theory. Maybe we'll just get, some new information on when the album is actually coming out. I could also see a release date of spring, early summer next year, just because that is also when Testing dropped. Then 5 years ago, which crazy that it's been that long. But none of that is confirmed. But what is confirmed is that the rollout has finally begun. We're getting new singles, we're getting new shows, we're getting new everything, and I'm really happy that Rocky's finally back on stage. I know he took some time off, did a road trip with Rihanna. He talked about all that in like a recent, what was it? Was it a Vogue? I think it was a Vogue article, like interview that I went over back when that happened. It was a really good read. I really recommend it. If you just Google A$AP Rocky Vogue, you'll probably find the article on that, the interview. But I'm happy that it's finally back making music, and I'm so excited for All Smiles because Rocky at one point was probably my favorite artist about 2-3 years ago. Not anymore though, but if we get new music, I'll be there to tune in. And I think that Rocky is someone that has a lot more potential to still tap in, and is definitely someone that creatively can go on a whole nother level. So let's see what he does with this new album. This is all the evidence we have so far. Let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for All Smiles? Do you think that this will be a great album? When do you think it's dropping? Do you agree with me that this is pointing at a, surprise release next week, or only like a couple of more hints? All of your thoughts and theories and everything you got on this, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and you'll take care.